Welcome to our channel. Today, we explore the stark contrast between the lives of two people, Robert, a drifting bachelor, and Francesca, a frazzled homemaker. As a homemaker, Francesca's life is nothing like she had imagined. Her youthful dreams have long been buried under the monotony of daily chores, and when she talks about it, her expression shows clear signs of defeat. Robert is at a loss for words, but suddenly curious about her husband. The first word that pops into his mind is, "Do you like him?" "Yes." "No, he's also good at other stuff. He works hard, he is truly honest, and he is indeed a man." Although Francesca paints a perfect picture of her married life, her expression betrays her in their sorrow. In this moment, Robert recalls some lines he wrote during his travels. "Old dreams are beautiful, though unfulfilled. I'm glad I had them. I don't know what it means, but I'm pretty sure I'll use it someday." This joke successfully made Francesca laugh, and she invited Robert to stay for dinner, even though there were no decent restaurants nearby. Robert's presence seemed to provide her an escape from her mundane life. She watched the man washing his face in the yard through the window, a sudden smile creeping on her lips. Feeling playful, Francesca ran to the mirror, putting on earrings, while Robert helped in the kitchen. Unlike her husband, Robert wasn't just busy with his own stuff. He also made sure to close doors behind him. This pleased Francesca immensely. After dinner, Robert excitedly shared stories from his travels, making her laugh heartily. It had been ages since she laughed like this, to be honest. This was the first time she met someone so compatible. So next, they went for a walk outside. Robert passionately recited a poem, and Francesca immediately recognized its origin. Their mutual understanding grew, as did their appreciation of one another, but this connection also made Francesca feel a tinge of unease. Back at home, Francesca gradually regained her composure, realizing just how foolish it was to allow a stranger to stay in her house. Robert seemed to sense her unease and tried to reassure her. Perhaps her explanation worked, and they began chatting enthusiastically again. Francesca curiously asked if Robert regretted not having a home, but Robert unexpectedly questioned her back, which annoyed her a bit. To prevent the atmosphere from becoming awkward, she swiftly packed up her luggage, informing Robert that she would depart the next day. However, before leaving, she said something that seemed to tear down her last defense, a strong emotion bubbling up inside her. Watching Robert leave, her gaze lingered in that direction, while the sultry night brought forth a whirlwind of thoughts. She lightly untied her robe, standing alone at the end of the hallway to savor the gentle evening breeze, and at that moment, she made a brave decision. She wrote a line on a piece of paper and drove to Roman's Bridge, firmly affixing the note to the bridge. Perhaps all this was arranged by fate. They were not meant to miss each other. The following day, during the filming process, Robert unexpectedly came across this note, which said, "If you want to have dinner tonight, I'm unbeatable." Robert couldn't help but smile, immediately realizing this was Francesca's cute signal. With Robert's affirmation, Francesca felt both anxious and excited as she rushed to town to pick a bottle of red wine. She even picked up that dress she had been secretly wanting, and it was truly enviable to include the beautiful mood in her shopping cart. Meanwhile, Robert ran into a local scandal queen at the restaurant, Miss Ray, who was under fire for her rumors with Mr. D from the neighboring town. People around her casted contemptuous glances at her, and even the wait staff treated her coldly. Seeing all of this, Robert thought of Francesca. After all, Francesca was a married woman as well, and their clandestine meetings would inevitably draw gossip. After deep thought, Robert called Francesca again, and she sounded noticeably down. Not wanting to miss this chance, a wave of courage surged within Francesca. This led them to Wolf Bridge as planned, where Robert took pictures of her, capturing her youthful, radiant smile in the frame. That evening, Francesca purposely wore her new dress and stood before Robert as the music started to play. In this warm atmosphere, they embraced and danced, as if time had stopped. By the third morning, they wanted to make the most of this beautiful time and drove hundreds of miles to the countryside. Here, there were no acquaintances, no burdens, only fleeting romance and laughter. Subtitles, they would exchange warm hugs and engage in joyful conversations from time to time, and later headed to a local bar to savor every exciting moment. However, by the fourth morning, things changed completely. The woman's heart became tightly bound to his, causing him feelings of anxiety and panic. He started to exhibit some behaviors that were almost neurotic, making an effort to conceal his inner pain and struggles, while the woman accused him in a tone filled with sarcasm. Robert found himself momentarily at a loss for words, silently enduring the pain inflicted upon him, which, in turn, only served to intensify Francesca's own suffering. For Robert, he was far from the frivolous figure Francesca imagined. He was deeply captivated by her unique charm. He didn't just revel in the angst of it all, he liked the thrill it brought. He loved the beauty and authenticity that radiated from her. When he bravely asked to take her away, Francesca's heart surged with a wave of emotions. She quickly changed clothes, packed her bags, but during their final meal before leaving, a swell of complex feelings brewed inside her. If you enjoy my content, remember to subscribe to my channel, and see you next time.